Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. I'm Mrs. Kala. I'm going to teach physics for you. Already you have learned first lesson measurement. Isn't it? What and all you studied in the measurement lesson? First you studied physical quantities. What are physical quantities? What are units? And the fundamental quantities you studied what is length and define 1 meter, what is astronomical unit, what is light year, then what is mass, what is time, then define temperature, then what is the unit of temperature, and also you studied what are the rules and conventions for writing SI units and their symbols, and you studied vernier caliper and screw gauge is needed. It is used to measure the smaller dimensions of an object. And the screw gauge and the vernier caliper you studied what is zero error. And zero errors are classified into two types. One is taken as a positive error and second one is the negative errors. That is a zero errors is needed. And also you studied the measuring mass. Some of the instruments are used to measuring the mass. One is the common balance, second one is the digital balance, third the spring balance, and also physical balance. It is used in the laboratories. And also you studied the difference between the mass and weight. And finally you studied the what is the importance of accuracy in measurement. So that and all you studied in the first lesson. I hope you studied all the question answers. Okay. And now let us move on to the second lesson, motion and the types of motion. Motion and the types of the motion, that also you studied in the 7th and 8th standard. Now we have to move on to the introduction of motion. What is motion? Motion is the change in the position of an object with respect to its surrounding. It's depending upon the surroundings only, the object, it's changing the position. That only is called as the motion. Everything in the universe is in motion, isn't it? For example, let us consider a book. The book is on the table. So the book is not moving, isn't it? Even though the object seems to be not moving, it is maintained in the wrist only. Actually, it is moving because the earth is moving around the sound. So all the objects are, it comes for the motion in the universe. That only we are saying everything in the universe is in motion. Even though the object seems to be not moving, actually it is moving because earth is moving around the sun. And also we could able to move on to the some other examples also. When you are playing in swing, it moves to and fro. This is also the one of the type of the motion. Now, for example, we have to consider cars along the road, or the trains along the track, or aeroplanes in the sky, or all are moving. Is needed. And the motion is described in terms of distance, speed, acceleration, and time. So, in this lesson, we are going to learn the different types of the motion and also the equations of motion. Before that, we have to move on to what is rest and what is motion. So already you know rest is needed. A body is said to be at rest if its position does not change with respect to a fixed point on its surroundings. So the object is located or it is placed on a particular point. It does not change the position. That is only is called as the rest positions. For example, we have to take as a book lying on a table, or the walls of your room are at rest only. We could not able to change the wall instead, but we could able to change the positions of the book. So this is taken as a rest. And next we have to move on to what is motion. A body is said to be in motion if its position continuously changes with respect to its surrounding changes with the time. The time is changing, the surrounding is also is changing, the body is undercomes in the motion only. For example, trees on roadside would appear to move backward for a person traveling in a car, while the same tree would appear to be at rest for a person standing on the roadside. While we are coming for the movement or in the motion, we could able to feel the trees also is what it moves in the backward direction. We could able to experience in the same thing in the train journey also. Isn't it? The train is moving in the forward direction while we are sitting. At the same time, either trees are moving in the backward directions only or in the backward sides. This is also is taken as a motion, but the tree is as it is in the same place only. Yes or no? This is taken as what? The surrounding is changing and time is also is changing. So the body is said to be in motion only. Are you understand, children? So first we discuss what is rest, and second we discussed what is motion. So next we got to move on to what are the types of motion. The motion can be classified into the six types. One is taken as a rectilinear or in the linear motion. The second one is the curvilinear motion. The third one is the translatory motion. Fourth one is the circulatory motion. Fifth one is the oscillatory motion. And sixth one is the periodic motion. And one more motion also is there. This is taken as a random motion. This is taken as a seventh one. So what are the types of motion? The first one is taken as a rectilinear. A second one is the curvilinear. And third one is the translatory. Fourth one is the circulatory, and fifth one oscillatory, and sixth one periodic, and seventh one is taken as a random motion. Students, I hope you understood what and all we discussed in this video. So in the explanation of the types of motion, we will discuss in the next session. Thank you, children.
Good morning, students. Welcome to the chemistry class. Today we discuss Brownian movement and Tyndall effect. Brownian movement. It was discovered in the year 1827 by the botanist Robert Brown and is named after him. What is Brownian movement? The continuous zigzag motion of the particles suspended in a gas or a liquid is called Brownian movement. So, continuous zigzag motion of the colloidal particle is called Brownian movement. For example, let us observe a beam of sunlight entering a dark room. You will find that the dust particles are constantly moving in a zigzag manner. What makes dust particles move continuously in air? You already know that air is a mixture of gases, and gas molecules are always in a state of free random movement. These molecules hit the dust particles from all directions and make them move in an irregular manner. So, Brownian movement is a continuous zigzag motion of the colloidal particle. So, this is the example for a Brownian movement. Similarly, in pollen grains are placed in water. They do not remain at rest, but move about continuously and randomly. This is also an example of Brownian movement because here the continuous zigzag motion of the particles here. So this is the example for a Brownian movement. So students, what is mean by Brownian movement? A continuous zigzag motion, that is random motion of the colloidal particles, is called Brownian movement. When colloidal solutions are viewed under powerful microscope, it can be seen that colloidal particles are moving constantly and rapidly in zigzag direction. This is called Brownian movement. So students, now all of you understood Brownian movement. So next we move on Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is otherwise called Tyndall scattering. In the year 1869, Tyndall observed that when a strong beam of light is focused on a colloidal solution, the path of the beam becomes visible. This phenomenon is known as Tyndall effect, and the illuminated path is called Tyndall cone. This phenomenon is not observed in case of true solution because that illuminated path we can see only in the colloidal solution. We cannot see the illuminated path in the true solution. So, what is meant by Tyndall effect? Scattering of a light beam when it passes through a colloid solution, that illuminated path is visible. That is called Tyndall cone. This phenomenon is called Tyndall effect, and this phenomenon is only takes place in colloidal solution, not observed in case of true solution. So students, now all of you cleared Brownian movement and Tyndall effect. Brownian movement means the continuous zigzag motion of the colloidal particles. Tyndall effect means scattering of a light beam when passes through a colloidal solution, we can observe the illuminated path. That is Tyndall effect. Thank you students.